Now, Anthony Joshua was recently involved in a ghastly accident that claimed the lives of both his friends and left him and the driver with just a minor bruises. And it is just an unfortunate situation, because how do you cope in such a time, or how do you recover from such an event recently at the prime of his career? So for something like this to just kind of happen is definitely not accounted for, and it is not expected. How does he go on doing his daily tasks knowing he invited both his friends over to have fun, and then they end up losing their lives? I know for a fact I would not be the same. I don't know if I'd be able to go on with my day. It's not surprising at all that he is considering hanging the gloves, hanging the jersey, and quitting boxing for good. Now, it is such an unfortunate event, considering that you have to relay that information to their loved ones, that's the loved ones of the victims. And I don't know what I would do in that situation. I mean, just imagine you invite a couple of your buddies over to have fun. You get into an accident that takes both their lives. How do you go on from that? Just imagine what he must have felt when he regained consciousness, because I'm assuming he must have been unconscious for at least a good 5 minutes before regaining consciousness, and then looking over and finding the dead bodies of your friends. Like, how do you react? How do you get over such a situation? What do you say? What is the first thing that comes to your mind? Do you cry? And how sad do you feel? How broken will you feel? I'm just thinking about all of that, and what's going through my mind is, I think I'd probably wish I wasn't alive at that moment. Where do I go from there? How do I relate this information to the families of the victims? I don't think I'd be able to forgive myself, because I invited them over to my country. I brought them over here. I probably also caused the accident, because if they never came over, they probably wouldn't have been involved in that accident. So when you think about that, and you think from that perspective, you can understand what he is currently going through. You can understand how he feels. I think it is very easy to overlook, because he didn't lose his life. He made it out with just minor bruises, so I've heard. But what do you think he's going through emotionally? How do you think he's going to cope? What do you think his family is going to be feeling currently? And so yes, I definitely hope he recovers. I hope he makes it out of this situation. Anthony Joshua is a pretty strong guy, so he's probably going to be good at the end of the day, but it's going to take some time. He's going to heal. You know, there's going to be that moment where he has to rediscover himself and tell himself it's okay, and I can move on. I can go on with my life, go on living for them. They wouldn't want to need to put on the gloves and start boxing. They would want the best for me. So when you see things from that perspective, you can understand what he has been going through, what he probably will be going through for the next few months. I have seen some videos online, some conspiracy videos speculating that it's his fight with Jake Paul, because he won and he didn't lose. That's why he was involved in an accident, which is like, how did you come to that? What proof do you have? How are you backing this up? And the internet is going to basically create whatever form of content just to get the most out of the current situation. And you want to make sure you don't listen to that, because that can ruin you as a person. And if you're not careful, you can actually lose yourself. When you think about the side that he is currently at the prime of his career, you know, he's got a lot going well for him. His previous fight with Jake Paul, to have something so unforeseen and unfortunate happen to him, it must be gruesome, so unexpected, so unfortunate. That just tells me life can do a quick 360 on anybody, regardless of who you are. Things can be going so well right now, and then all of a sudden a big 360, and you don't know what to do, and you're wondering how things got so bad so fast. That is just the sad reality of life. Definitely hope Jake Paul has reached out to Anthony Joshua and probably say a few words to him, also to give him the strength to overcome what he is currently going through. And I know it's going to be a little bit difficult, considering Jake Paul actually just lost a jaw. It is totally understandable if Jake Paul hasn't reached out, or maybe he has reached out and Anthony Joshua just hasn't communicated back. What would you do in that situation where you had to explain to the families of the victims that probably your brother or your father, just someone who is of importance to you? What are you going to do? How are you going to be different? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about the whole situation? Do you think it was arranged? Do you think it was intentional? Was there any form of witch hunting involved in this? Do you think this was as a result of beating Jake Paul? What do you think about the whole situation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.